we are the first online financial product marketplace built for the US Hispanic audience. And what I mean by that is that there is a population of 60 million people in the country, 20% of the population, that has for a long time been dramatically underserved by existing financial institutions. They do not offer their products or their services or their pages in Spanish. They do not market to Hispanic neighborhoods, and the content is not written in a way that is appealing to the typical Hispanic consumer. So we will be the first place in the US, first and only place where you can get a credit check in Spanish. We are the only credit card comparison marketplace that is available bilingually with content written for a Hispanic consumer. We are the only place where you can compare ways to send money internationally and see all the best rates, how long it's going to take to get there, and conduct the transaction entirely on our platform. And we also have a marketplace that lets you compare loans.
You describe your company as the Expedia meets lending tree for financial products for US Latino customers. So I want you to explain the Expedia meets lending tree analogy.
Absolutely. So I'll give you an example of our remittance marketplace. Right now, there are many, many ways to send money internationally, and we've actually partnered with almost all of the top 10 global largest remittance companies. The problem is that there is no way to compare those different options. So when I think of Expedia and how that relates to us, it's almost as if you were to look at the hotel marketplace 15 years ago before Expedia existed, and you don't want to be going to every single website or every single hotel provider and looking at their rates and trying to compare them on your own. We do that for you. And in much the same way, we allow you to complete the transaction all on our sites. And with regards to the comparison to lending tree, you look at all the major personal finance product marketplaces online, we are the only one that is available in Spanish. And the typical financial institution and financial comparison site spends on average less than 1% of their marketing budget towards US Hispanics.
You had mentioned that you're essentially the only service right now that is providing this in Spanish and English language. Which is kind of remarkable when you consider how large the U.S. Latino community is in the population is in the U.S. So do you have any other competitors in this marketplace, or do you really just stand alone?
So, that's the bittersweet thing. I think from a business case, it creates a phenomenal opportunity because whether people have not tried or have tried and not been successful, really we are the only one in the personal finance product marketplace area that is reaching out to this community. And it's exciting from the business case standpoint because I could list off 5 other product verticals that we are planning on getting into, many of which we'll be rolling out in the next few months, and the competitive landscape is just as empty. I know that the problems that are facing the Hispanic community in terms of access to financial products and the other products that I mentioned are just as prevalent in other communities. So, can you get a credit check in Mandarin? Can you get one in Korean? I think those are areas that we're excited to roll into next.
So it sounds like you have quite the broad and potentially international roadmap ahead. But thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you. It's been a pleasure speaking with you.